Welcome back, KVON listeners. Chef Greg Cole from Celadon and Cole's Chop House. We're joined in the studio, Al Jabaran. Al, thanks for sticking around. And so we're going to find out more. We found out a little bit about your background in Cal Wine, and so now you've decided to re-enter customer service in the hospitality industry and opened and launched this project. So for the listeners who come in, you're obviously 1313 Main Street in downtown Napa. Hours of operation are?
Actually, we are open 6 days a week. We close on Monday. We open at 11 till 10 during weekdays, and on the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays till midnight.
Okay, so you're open late.
Yes, we do.
And so when people will come in, it's not a restaurant per se. But you offer some light food.
We do. We do have some cheese and charcuterie plates, light plates, small bites. Yes.
So things to go to complement the wine.
Exactly.
And so what do you sell? A glass of wine? Do you sell flights of wine? Do you sell bottles of wine? Do you sell all of the above?
Actually, we sell all of the above.
Okay.
At 1313 Main, we have almost 1,300 wine by the bottle, and we have on weekends almost 50 wine by the glass, and we have around 11 flights. So as you see, we are really a wine-centric business, and the whole idea behind 1313 Main is really it's all about the wine. The food is about the wine, the ambience is about the wine, the layout of 1313 Main is really when you guys come in or you watch our video on 1313main.com, it shows 6 different small vignettes or environments that you can experience the wine in these different small environments. So it's really about the wine and the enjoyment of wine and the business of wine.
So for instance, would you have a flight of Chardonnays on a given night, or how are your flights arranged? Are they arranged varietally or all kinds of ways? How does that?
Well, it's actually arranged basically, region and varietal. So we have 50% of what we pour is absolutely, of course, local, and 50% is imports. And certain focus on bubblies. We have an event on Fridays and Saturday nights between 9 and midnight. We call it Bubble Night, which we open 13 different champagne, sparkling, and cremants. And you can order by the 2 ounce, by the 5 ounce, or actually by a flight, or of course by a bottle.
So if someone wanted to try 3 different sparklings, champagnes, 2 ounces each, they could sit there and order those 3, try them, compare them, find out about them. You have a staff who helps with education. You're there.
Exactly. I mean, we have wonderful staff, extremely knowledgeable and smart, I might add, and they will definitely guide our guests through the flight. And we have actually in the back of the facility, we have a special wine bar. We call it Bubble Bar. So you can sit there at the bar or in small lounge there and really enjoy, as I said, around 13 champagne and cremant and sparkling by the glass. And you can order up to 50 different champagne and sparkling by the bottle too.
Yeah, so quite a selection. Then you also will have special events, and one of the events, you have an event tomorrow night.
Actually, yes. We part of business at 1313 Main. We have event every Wednesday. We call it Wine Maker Wednesday, and this is, I think, our 8th Wednesday since we opened. Tomorrow night, we are hosting Phil Titus from the illustrious, I would say, Chapelet Vineyard. Phil will be pouring 4 different wines, a flight of 4 different wines, 2 ounce each, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I love their wines, and Pritchard Hill is one of my favorite appellation in the valley.
And Phil, for the listeners who haven't ever met Philip Titus, a very nice man, and Chapelet Winery has had just a list of some of the top winemakers in the Napa Valley have worked there over the years. Chapelet has existed when Don and Molly Chapelet first founded the winery, which I think was in the late 60s. The list of winemakers who have worked there is a who's who. It started with Phil Tongi and Joe Cafaro and Tony Soder, followed by Kathy Coruscant. Philip was Kathy's assistant winemaker, and 20 years ago when Kathy Coruscant left to start Coruscant, Phil left, and he has remained. He's been there 20 years, and he has his own project that's with a name that might sound like Titus. But he has been the winemaker at Chapelet for 20 years, and a really nice guy.
I like his style a lot. Phil is a wonderful guy, and I can't wait for him tomorrow to meet our customers, which is, I'm sure, most of the locals know who Phil is. Actually, I like his wines too under the other label, called, as you know, maybe Titus. But tomorrow it's a Chapelet day, and it's just a terrific vineyard. Since I moved to the Valley in 1990, I really enjoy their wines, and they are one of the old established family. I think they started around the 60s, and it's really my honor to host them tomorrow.
Yeah. So for the listeners, if they came tomorrow night to meet Philip and to do the flight of wines, what is the cost? Do you know what the cost is for?
Yeah, actually, yes. It's going to be actually, we do it in a different fashion. Our tasting is served in two flights. We have the regular flight and we have the reserve flight. The regular flight, it is the signature, the 09 signature, the 09 Mountain Cuvée, and the 010 Chardonnay. It will be $20 for a flight of 2 ounce each, 3. And when you add the Pritchard Hill or the reserve, 4 glasses, 2 ounce each, will be $35.
Okay. And you get to meet Philip and learn about the winery and to hear all about Philip and the wines at Chapelet, and a great time. So every Wednesday, or most Wednesdays, you'll do this, Winemaker Wednesdays.
Actually, yes. Actually, every Wednesday, it's been a very successful event, and we will definitely want to keep it on our calendar. And if you log to 1313main.com, we have a calendar that shows every Wednesday who we host. We have 2 left, Pride and Chandon, I think, until the end of the year.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you.
Al, thank you so much for coming on and letting us know more about 1313 Main, and it was a beautiful place and exciting and educational and a good place, even just to go if you wanted to meet a friend and have a glass of wine.
Absolutely.
Right?
Actually, thank you, Greg, so much for inviting me. Of course, I'm a fan of your project, as you know, and I really appreciate this. Thank you, and hopefully we'll see you guys at 1313 Main tomorrow between 6 and 8. 6 and 8.
6 and 8. And the website, again, just for people looking, 1313 Main.
Yeah, it's 1313 Main, 1313main.com.
Perfect. Al, thanks a lot for joining us.
Greg, thank you.
All right, stay tuned. We've got some bills to pay. We've got the local news, and then we're going to be back with Mike Weinberg-Lin from Osprey Seafood to talk about what's happening in the world of fish. So stay tuned. We'll be back.